All right, this is a video for Math Models Unit 9, Lesson 6. Two main ideas in this lesson. One is making conversions from degree measure to radian measure when you're talking about an angle. So you can measure them two different ways. We talked about that in the previous lessons. So in this table, it's a little bit confusing, but they either give you the radian measure and want you to find the degree measure, or they give you the degree measure and want you to find the radian measure. So each row, half of each row is its own question. So imagine that this is its own question right here, and there's another one right there, and so on. Each little section is one question. So I have a calculator that I will put in the video description. So for instance, with this first one, that we have an answer in pi radians. They want to get degrees. So we go here. Right now, this calculator says degrees to radians. So we're going to say we want to go from radians to degree. No, not radians to radians. Let's go back. Here we go. We want to go from radians, and we want to go pi. So we'll convert radians, and pi radians to degrees is 180. So go over here, and 180 is L. I hate that they mix those up. Then we want to go 90 to radians. Go over here. We want to go from degrees, and we want to go from 90 degrees to radians. Takes a second for it to load. There we go. And it's 1 over 2 pi, or pi over 2. Just so you know, this is typically going to be written as pi over 2. Probably in your pack, or in the unit, that's what it's going to expect the answer to look like. So be aware of that. So let's jump over here and see. So for number 2, that's going to be pi over 2. There it is, F. So then all you have to do from there is just keep alternating back and forth. You could keep it on one setting and just do all the degrees go to radians, but just make sure that whatever is here is what you're starting with. So if you're starting with degrees, so like just as an example, 30 down here at the bottom, I'm going to keep it and make sure it says 30 degrees and convert that way. And then take a second for it to load, and it gives us our answer there. Okay, so I'll let you do the rest of the table on your own. From there, we have a bunch of questions about the amplitude and period of different, these are equations that deal with trigonometric ratios. So the first thing you need to know is the number in the front is the amplitude. That's the easiest one. So the amplitude for this one is C. The number in front is the amplitude. And the period is the number in the denominator of a fraction that has 2 pi. So that'll get you most of these. So that would be B, 2 pi over 3. So then like this one, you have 3 in the front, and you have 2 pi over 3 pi. So this is my amplitude, and this is my period. And that should get you through the rest of these. If you look at some of these other ones, you like this one that doesn't have 2 pi in the denominator, you need to multiply your answer by 2 in order to get it to be 2 pi. So if your answer would be 1, then the final answer is going to be 2. Same thing here. You don't have 2 or pi, so then you multiply your answer times 2 pi, and so on. Don't worry about these so much. You need to be able to do the ones that have 2 pi in the numerator. So do that. So like this one, like we talked about, your amplitude is the number in the front, and the denominator of the fraction is your period.